And for our last one, we have page second to last one. We have page
Yeah.
137.
Has to do with like this entire almost pseudo theme that we've been constantly hitting of entrepreneurialism and individualism. So Stephen would like to say it.
Yeah, so he's actually like already rescued. You would think like he's rescued already, like he's liberated. The book should end, which I actually want to expand upon later. But the book, like, okay, he's safe now. Like he's probably just gonna chill, eat some food, relax, and instead of that, he actually sells his Zeiss telescopic lenses to these army men for a bargain. Like if they offer $5, $10, he knows they're gonna sell. He's gonna sell them, but he says like no, like they're very important to me, just to drive the price higher. It just shows how like his capitalistic outlook kind of just like perseveres through any situation, even when that situation is over. It still is very prevalent. And he's always thinking ahead. Like usually you would think once you're liberated, like anything else would be better. No matter where you go, it's better than a concentration camp. But that's not the case. He knows his goal is to go to the U.S. and for that he needs U.S. currency. And he needs certain things for that. So his mind is always there.
Yeah, so he's his father's son, he's his mother's son, his father's son, highly entrepreneurial, extremely practical. So he knows that they're now liberated, but they're stuck in Weimar. They're stuck in northern Germany, with no money, with no way to go back and start looking for remaining family members. He knows that his father is feeble, he's sick, he may not survive, but he won't be able to support that effort in any way, and he has a lot of time in his hands. So they're all stuck in the big tent in the camp. His father is no longer at risk. He needs to figure out a way to get some money in their pocket to allow them to make that trip, to allow them to buy some food. And there are a lot of options around, right? There's no one to take care of them and put money in their pockets. Um, Morally, he's not a thief. He's not a villain. But it's like the chaotic war environment, and everyone needs to take care of themselves. And he's just walking around and trying to think of ways to monetize. And again, he's a trader. He's a trader's son, and he's a trader with skills that allow him to go into rooms and doors that other people can't penetrate. And he's leveraging his competitive advantages. So he knows exactly what his competitive advantages are, and he plays to his strengths to achieve his goals. And he's morally challenged with what he's doing because he knows it's not how he was brought up. He knows it's not who he is, but he knows that challenging times call for unique actions, and he's able to rationalize it to himself as something that is a one-off that he has to do in order to take himself and his father back to Bratislava to look for his mom, his relatives, and he feels okay with it. He understands that this is something that he needs to do to become a one-time war profiteer, and he does it with a lot of talent and with a lot of conviction. And luckily, he has American GIs with dollars in their pockets, and back then, $10 is a lot of money if you sort of compile inflation and interest. So they now have money in their pocket to allow them to buy food and go back home.